What if the most frustrating season of your financial life is actually the loudest signal that everything is about to change? Not a warning sign, not a reason to quit, a signal. And if you have ever sat down at the end of the month, looked at your bank account, and thought, why is nothing moving? I want you to stay right here because this video was made specifically for that moment you are in right now. Here is a fact that almost nobody talks about honestly. The majority of your lifetime wealth growth is going to happen in the final stretch of your journey, not the beginning, not even the middle, the end, which means mathematically, statistically, the early stage, the one where you feel like you are doing everything right and seeing almost nothing in return, that stage is not a sign of failure. It is the necessary foundation for everything that comes later. But here is the cruel twist. Most people quit during exactly this phase. They look at the flat line, they feel the frustration, and they decide the whole thing is broken. And they walk away right before the curve bends. So let me break down what is actually happening when you feel stuck with money. Because understanding the invisible mechanics behind this will completely change how you see your situation. The first thing you need to understand is that financial growth has stages, and the earliest stage is almost deliberately designed to feel pointless. Think about it this way. Imagine you are pushing a snowball up a hill. In the beginning, it is small, it is light, and the hill feels endless. You are putting in real energy, and the ball barely looks any bigger. This is the boredom stage. The math is absolutely working in your favor. Returns are compounding, habits are forming, the system is functioning perfectly. But your emotions tell you nothing is happening. This disconnect between what is real and what you feel is the exact moment most people abandon the process. What makes someone survive this stage is not motivation, it is not excitement, and it is definitely not watching your balance go up every day. What makes someone survive it is a decision to treat the process like a non-negotiable, not an option. Not something you do when you feel inspired, something that happens automatically, consistently, regardless of the emotional noise surrounding it. The people who get through the boredom stage are the ones who stop asking the account to validate them and just let it do its job. Now, the second stage is what I call the identity shift. And this is where things get genuinely interesting. At some point, something quietly changes inside you. The money you are building stops feeling like spare cash and starts feeling like something sacred. When life throws a financial punch, and it will, a car repair, an unexpected bill, a rough month, the old version of you would have rated whatever you had saved and reset the clock to zero. But the new version, the version that has survived the boredom stage, finds another way. Extra work, selling something, cutting somewhere temporarily. Because now the account is not just money, it is your future identity made real. This identity shift is worth more than any individual dollar amount you have saved. Because the person who has genuinely internalized that identity will never fully stop building wealth, even when life gets hard, even when the numbers look discouraging. The habit is wired in now. Then comes the separation stage. This is when you start noticing the gap. You have put in a certain amount and the account shows a little more than you deposited. And while the difference still looks modest, something psychological happens. You realize the money is working without you. While you were sleeping, while you were at work, while you were living your regular life, the money was doing something on its own. That feeling, even when the amount is small, is the earliest version of financial freedom you will ever experience. And it only grows from there. Now here is where I want to pause for a second. Because if you are watching this and thinking, okay, this is all great, but I need more than inspiration. I need an actual structure, an actual roadmap to accelerate all of this. Then I want to tell you about something that was built for exactly this moment. The Wealth Accelerator Academy is a group coaching system and course designed to help you move from feeling perpetually stuck to building genuine, lasting financial freedom with a clear system behind every step. The link is in the description, and I genuinely encourage you to check it out because watching videos is a great start, but working inside a structured program with real coaching and community is what actually compresses the timeline. Now back to the stages, because the one most people never get to hear about is the handoff. This is the moment everything flips. This is when the returns generated by your existing money in a single month start to exceed what you are personally adding. You wake up one morning, check your account, and realize it grew more last month from returns alone than you physically contributed. That is the moment compounding stops being a concept in a book and becomes a lived, felt, undeniable reality in your own life. Your past financial decisions are now working harder than you are right now. Your earlier self is literally funding your present self. And here is the thing about getting to that stage. The timeline to reach it depends enormously on what you do during these early frustrating months. Every small contribution you protect right now, every time you resist draining the account, every tiny increase you make when your income grows even slightly, those moves are compressing the timeline to the handoff. You are not spinning your wheels. You are loading the spring. A few practical principles to carry with you. 1. Protect the system before you protect the amount. If all you can manage right now is a small automatic investment, protect that habit above everything. When income rises, nudge the amount up. Even small increases over time create a dramatically different outcome. 2. Stop measuring success monthly. Measure it annually. Monthly emotions will destroy you in the early stages. Zoom out. Look at the trajectory, not the day-to-day noise. 3. Lifestyle discipline is not punishment. It is acceleration. Every time you choose not to inflate your lifestyle the moment your income grows, you are essentially adding fuel to the fire that has not caught yet, but absolutely will. The people who look back on their financial journey and feel genuinely proud are never the people who had the most dramatic start. They are the ones who survived the boring middle. They are the ones who kept going when the account barely moved, when friends seemed to be spending freely, when it felt like the whole system was lying to them. Those are the people who eventually experience something that feels almost unfair in the best possible way. Growth that seems to arrive out of nowhere, accelerating in ways that early months never hinted at. If you are in the stuck phase right now, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not doing it wrong. You are at the only place this journey can begin. And the discomfort you feel is not evidence of failure. It is evidence of pressure building. Pressure that, if you keep going, turns into momentum. And momentum in personal finance, once it truly gets moving, is one of the most powerful forces you will ever experience in your life. Now, if you want to stop navigating this alone and actually build your wealth inside a proven system with coaching, structure, and a community of people doing the same work, check out the Wealth Accelerator Academy in the description below. That is where the real acceleration happens, not just the inspiration. And if this video gave you a new way to see your situation, if it shifted something, if it made the frustration feel a little more purposeful, then hit subscribe right now because this channel goes deep on the stuff financial education usually skips over, the psychology, the real stages, the emotional mechanics of building wealth. That is what you came here for, and that is exactly what we keep delivering. Your snowball is already rolling. The hill just has not ended yet. Stay in the game because the greatest financial chapter of your life does not announce itself in advance. It just arrives one morning when you finally stop waiting for it. Now go build something unstoppable,